What's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video. So I think today it's time to have another look at the crypto market. So we are short before a revolution in the hardware, new generations, new technologies. And today in this video I want to show you what we are currently building and answer a little bit the question if Bitcoin mining is still worth it in 2018. And if you want to know more about mining or even meet me in person and have a talk about mining, then check out the Mining Conf, which is a conference hosted by the king of mining, Bitmain, which will take place in Georgia in September. There are a lot of important people in the crypto world. It's all about mining there. So if you're interested in new technologies and the future of cryptocurrencies, then make sure to check out this amazing event. The link is down below in the description.
So we all know what Bitcoin is, but is it really worth it to plug in miners to generate virtual currency? So if you want to get started with mining your own Bitcoin, these days you need ASIC, which stands for Application Specific Integrated Circuit Devices, which are specifically built for that purpose. I'm co-founder of Crypto Universe, the biggest European distributor for ASIC devices, and right now we are working on something new, which is called immersion cooling technology. Most of the data centers which are hosting servers are using single-phase immersion cooling where the medium doesn't evaporate with an oil and water heat exchanger. Cold water is absorbing the heat from the oil in the heat exchanger and is flowing back to a water cooler. All the flow is kept up by an oil and water pump in the system. We all know ASICs are loud, they get hot, and they are not good to operate in your own house. Bitmain has now also released some water-cooled Bitcoin miners, and many companies also try to cool them with oil. While there are plenty of weird videos on YouTube where people dunk their ASICs in expensive fluids, this is really far away from a professional setup. Usually 3M Novec is used to cool such equipment, but 3M Novec is extremely expensive, ranging up to $100 per liter. It's so expensive because its boiling point is so low that it evaporates, and the energy being used to evaporate it is the energy which it drains away from the chips in form of heat. It's nice to watch, but not worth it for home use. We have tried something new and we're not sure if it will work out, but there is a lot of real-life testing involved in such projects. So we are official distributor for Canaan, one of the biggest mining hardware manufacturers in the world, and they have now developed some new called mining blades which are designed for immersion cooling technology. They basically include modified control and power management boards which can fit up to 4 8-for-1 hash boards and can be overclocked to 17 terahash at around 1700 watts per unit. We took 5 of these units and have built a frame with some threaded bars and plastic spacers. And now we're putting that frame in a fish tank, which will fill up with oil. As oil, we're using paraffin oil, which is way cheaper than 3M Novec, and it's only around $7 per liter. For sure, 5 times 1700 watts is an incredible high power, which requires a pump and an oil cooler to keep the oil cool. We'll probably only be able to power a part of the hash boards, but we want to see how far we can go. We're using a pond pump to pump the oil out of the fish tank, and we are pumping it through a modified car oil cooler. I've made some new threads and attached some rods to it to be able to connect the flexible tubes to it. For sure we need some fans to cool the oil cooler, and we'll be using some high power fans for it, but they haven't arrived yet. Then the hopefully cooler oil will come back to the fish tank and mix up with the hot one and cool the chips. The pump at the tank will be controlled by a thermal switch, something I've built from a few spare parts, and we're also using that to monitor the temperature in the fish tank. To power the boards we'll be using our own 2200 watt power supplies, which a Chinese factory especially created for us. Now we are mounting them with some wooden plates behind the tank. These have our own branding and are really high quality to make sure the miners won't shut down during trying to overclock them. The miners itself are really dumb chips that are just doing the work, and they are being controlled by a Raspberry Pi controller which communicates with the mining pool. But is such a miner worth it? Now hands down, let's put in some numbers. There's a calculator called CryptoCompare which calculates your revenue with static values. If you have 12 cents of electricity costs per kilowatt hour, which is quite common in expensive residential areas, you're already losing money with the setup or any miner which you can find right now on the market. But I know a bunch of guys who get as low as $5 cents, or some guys who live on free electricity. They are still making a good profit. Also, this calculator uses static values, like it fixes the Bitcoin exchange rate. I do believe that Bitcoin will grow a lot in the next year, so if you mine, you should see that as an investment in the future and as fun. Also right now, I think it's a pretty good time to buy miners for cheap, as the new generation is around the corner and the mining hardware prices are pretty low right now because of the low Bitcoin value. But you still need cheap electricity, otherwise this is not going to be a good deal. All in all, it's very exciting to see how the Bitcoin hardware evolves, ranging from cheap air-cooled USB sticks to oil or water-cooled giant miners right now. It's crazy and also a little bit worrying as to see how much electricity the whole industry is eating up. But if that whole system gets used by the people and we find a way for efficient and green mining, it will be worth it.
Alright guys, so we're now here at the end of this video. I really just wanted to show you what new technologies are coming up. So we're going to see water-cooled miners, which are pretty cool for silent home mining or to heat water, for instance, to use the hot water in your house and mine cryptocurrency, or in winter to heat water. This could be really interesting. Also, immersion cooling is becoming a huge topic since the miners having more power, they are getting more efficient as well, but more power means also more heat. We're looking for different and new cooling solutions to pack more miners in a smaller place, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So if you're interested into miners, check out all the links down below in the description. If you want to get into mining, just reach out to me. I have the mining shop. I can tell you what's profitable right now, what's maybe good to invest in the future. If you have any general questions, also make sure to put them down below into the comments. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.